Hi guys. So in this video, we are going to talk about something that is extremely important to the culture in growth engineering, and that is our values. So a lot of companies will talk about their values and they will put their values on the wall, and you will hear about them in induction, and the reality is that they are just that. They are those experiences, but the company doesn't live them. In growth engineering, we have a very different way of viewing values. Our values are the way we behave every single day. And you are here as part of the growth engineering team because we believe that you understand those values, and through the interview process, you showed that these values, you wake up, they are unconscious values to you, okay? And as you go through your promotion and as you go through hopefully your career and do increasingly well in growth engineering, we will keep looking at how you're displaying these values, and these really are a judge of how we believe you are performing. So you may think it's about how well you write a blog, you may think it's how well you sell, you may think it's about how well you code. These are all things that are important to us. However, the way you handle yourself and the way you show that you are living these values is equally, if not more important. Because when we come to work as a tribe, we want this to be the vibe in the office. And believe you me, having had the opportunity to work with many people, I absolutely do know that if you are not displaying these values, you literally do stand out like a sore thumb, okay? So we have 3 values. And you need to know these values all the time, and you need to live them all the time, okay? There are only 3, and we do expect you to know them and internalize them and think about what it means to your behavior on a daily basis, okay? We came to these values because we believe these values allow us to create the kind of culture that is going to deliver our mission. Okay? And our mission is to wage war on dull online learning and make the world a better place. Okay? And we can't do that without every single day living these values. Okay? So the first value we have is be kind. Okay? Be kind. Not all workplaces are kind. And if you have worked in many organizations, you may have had an opportunity or you may have experienced workplaces that aren't kind. They keep secrets, they are underhanded, they can be a little bit bullying, they can be exclusive. This is not an environment that we want to work with, okay? So a lot of people, when they come into growth engineering, they're like, wow, you guys are very open. And we are very open. We don't have a lot of hierarchy. We don't have a lot of, because fundamentally we want to be kind to each other. We want to hear what other people are saying. We want to share views. We really want individuals coming into the company ultimately to feel safe so that they can try things. They may fail, but ultimately they will flourish. And you can't do that unless people feel supported when things go wrong. And so kindness and feedback, but kindness fundamentally are really, really important to this. The other thing is we want to make sure that even if you do try things, even if you don't know, that you are surrounded by people that support you, okay? So we want people to come into growth engineering to feel supported by their team, to feel heard by their team, okay? So kindness is very important. And ultimately, what we want is a culture that's very, very honest and very open, okay? We don't want people to hide things that go wrong. Things go wrong all the time. That's how we innovate, right? We can't innovate unless we are open and honest. So being kind will basically deliver that openness and that honesty that we want, okay? So really think about bringing a kind heart into work every single day and basically delivering that behavior that we want to see in terms of kindness, okay? The next one is be bold. You cannot change the world unless you are willing to be bold, to say things. You won't always be right. You won't always be right, but you need to be bold enough to push out an idea and then have somebody come back to you and go, you know what, I hear what you're saying, but you know, it's not right, or whatever, right? But we need people that say, you know what, I fancy doing this. I want to do this. I've got an idea. How about this? These are the people we want. These are the innovators. Like the amount of good stuff, the amount of product, the amount of service improvements, the amount of, breakthroughs in code, we've all got that because the people within the company have been bold enough to say, guys, I've got an idea. I've got a plan. I can see how we can improve business. This is all about being bold. So we want you to fly higher, reach further, all of those types of things. And it may not be that we've got the resources for you to do it now, but at least we've captured that good idea, right? At least we've bought that thoughtfulness and that passion that you've got for the company, our products, and the rest of the team members. At least we've given that a voice, right? So this being bold is really, really important. We want you to be creative. We want you to be thinking, how can I deliver the golden numbers better? We want you to be responsible, for those ideas. So when you look at the golden numbers in your department, don't ever be scared. Don't ever be scared. Be bold. Going to your manager, going to whoever it might be with new ideas in order to basically, move things forward. Okay? Now, the other thing is being bold also comes with a sense of responsibility and resilience. Okay? Because we can't all have what we want today. So having a good idea doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to put it into action straight away. And this is why we need to be resilient, okay? And if there is a good idea and we can't put it into practice straight away, you still got to come up and talk to people about the great idea or the great new process or whatever, but don't worry that it's not going to be put into practice. We need you to be resilient in order to get that idea into action, okay? So be bold. The next thing we've got is be responsible. We live in the real world, so we might have big, bold plans for changing the face of learning, okay? We might have big, bold plans in terms of what we want to achieve, but we will only stay in business if we look after each other and if we look after our clients, okay? So we have to be responsible. We can only spend the money we earn. We can only, spend the sales we get in. And if we don't look after our clients, we're not going to end up with a business, okay? So ultimately, if we are not looking after each other, we're not being kind, we're not coming up with innovations, we can't deliver excellence for our customers. So the third one is be responsible. Be responsible in the things you say, in the activities that you do, and be responsible in terms of knowing that we live in a commercial world. So we can only do what we deliver to our clients in value. So every time you think about how we're going to get more or how we're going to do bigger or how we're going to do X, Y, Z, it resides in the reality that we need to deliver more value to our clients and more value to learning technologies in order to do more things. So this is where you need to be responsible in what you're asking for and what you're delivering on a day-to-day basis. So those are our 3 values. So live them, or I should say learn them and then live them. Thank you. Hi guys, my name's Juliette Denny and I'm from a company called Growth Engineering. I hope that you enjoy these videos. I hope you give it a big thumbs up. I also hope that you comment and you give us some questions, because otherwise how am I going to know what you want to learn about in future? So I want your comments and I want your feedback. And then most importantly, it would be really great if you could subscribe to the channel. And then when I'm delivering out new content and hopefully I'm answering questions that you guys have asked me, you'll know when I post another video. So thank you very much. And thank you for being part of my learning tribe.